My motive for doing what I am going to do is simply personal revenge. I do not expect to accomplish anything by it." These are the chilling words of Theodore J. Kaczynski, also known as the Unabomber. For 17 long years, from this tiny 10 by 12-foot cabin in rural Montana, he waged a war against modern society. He was America's smartest criminal, an intellectual serial killer who terrorized the nation with meticulously crafted bombs sent through the mail, evading the largest, most expensive manhunt in FBI history. How did a sensitive child prodigy with an IQ of 168 transform into one of the most infamous murderers of the 20th century? To understand, we have to go back to 1958. Ted was born in 1942 to working-class parents who pushed him to succeed. He was brilliant, skipping 2 grades and acing every class. At just 16, he entered Harvard University. But this new world was a shock. Already shy, he was now younger than everyone, a working-class kid thrown among America's elite. He felt like a fish out of water, mocked for his shabby clothes and background. He desperately wanted to fit in, but the pain of that snobbery followed him. He became a total loner, moody and rude, his room reeking of rotting food. He just wanted to be far, far away from everyone who angered him, which, as he put it, was most people. This alienation made him the perfect target for a secret CIA-funded experiment. Dr. Henry Murray, a psychology professor with a known sadistic streak, was running an MK-Ultra project designed to shatter a subject's sense of self. Ted and 21 other gifted students were recruited, told it was just a personality study. The reality was brutal. They were subjected to harsh interrogations under bright lights, where trained lawyers attacked their deepest beliefs, designed to humiliate and break them. Of all the subjects, Ted's stress responses were the most extreme. He emerged from the experiment intensely disillusioned, convinced the industrial technological system was destroying humanity. He abruptly resigned from his math professorship at UC Berkeley, disgusted with teaching future engineers. His epiphany was lethal. Anyone who advanced technology was the enemy, and he chose revenge. In 1969, Ted moved to Montana, building his remote cabin with no electricity or plumbing. This would be his base of operations. He scavenged junkyards for chemicals and scraps to build his bombs, and used disguises to mail his deadly packages, leaving no trace. His plan was simple: use bombings to create social instability and spread his anti-industrial ideas. The FBI was stumped. The Unabomber's targets seemed random, his beautiful, handmade wooden bomb boxes leaving them with next to nothing to go on. After a witness spotted him in 1987, the bombing stopped for 5 years. But the FBI knew he was just perfecting his craft. When the bombs returned in 1993, they were far more sophisticated. But in 1995, Kaczynski finally made a demand. He would stop the bombings if the Washington Post published his 56-page philosophical thesis. Out of options, the FBI agreed. Newspaper sales soared. America was desperate to read what the Unabomber had to say. The manifesto began. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. In publishing his ideas, Kaczynski had just unmasked himself. His own brother, David, recognized the unique phrasing and arguments. Horrified, David provided the FBI with Ted's old letters, creating a perfect match. In April 1996, federal agents posing as land surveyors knocked on the door of the Montana cabin. A rail-thin, filthy Ted Kaczynski, covered in aluminum dust from making bomb powder, opened the door. The hunt was over. Inside, they found 40,000 pages of coded journals, a ready-to-mail bomb, and crucially, the key to his complex code. Without it, his confessions would have been unreadable. Behind bars, Kaczynski never stopped writing. He found a strange form of connection, corresponding with dozens of women, and even befriending Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh. His manifesto continues to find admirers online, from climate-anxious teens to mass murderers. But his private journals revealed the devastating truth behind the philosophy. Ted Kaczynski was simply very, very angry in general, and took pleasure in causing people pain. He killed dogs for barking, fantasized about murdering women who rejected him, and even thought about killing a neighbor's toddler. His grand ideology was little more than a justification for his personal rage. Kaczynski died in prison in 2023, but the debate over his ideas, and the true source of his darkness, rages on. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please consider liking and subscribing for more deep dives into history's most complex figures.